All right, welcome everyone to another Let's Play Global Game Club here. This is our weekly game club that we do. We do lots of other Let's Plays throughout the week, but this one is our standing 3:30 Central Standard Time game club. Welcome everybody, families, friends, students. Maybe it's just Jason and I. We don't know. Like we just have fun with it. But if you guys are here, if you could always drop your name into the chat box so we know who's here. If you're catching this later, if you're watching asynchronously, you could do the same thing. You could drop it down in the comments below. We'd love to know who played this afterwards, your final score, that kind of thing. And if you're playing with us, we're obviously going to demand that throughout the experience. You're gonna get badgered. You're gonna get hounded. Isn't that right, Jason? Until we hear your score.
You bet.
All right. The other thing I gotta say too, as always, it's helpful when you guys use that chat box a little bit like we were at the table, right? So you can report out the scores and just tell us, hey, I got 15 this round or whatever, and that's good, and we can interact with that. But I would love it if you know, throw in there some banter. Throw in there like, oh gosh, I needed it to be that L, but I didn't get that L. That kind of thing always helps us, connects us. It puts us at the same table. So we've never done today's game on the live stream. I got the box here. Boom. Patchwork Doodle. Fun little game. And we are going to have you guys start with us. We got Connor, and we got your mom and your aunt. I'm super excited to have everyone here today. I should have said right at the start, this is my Z-Day.
It is your Z Day. That's right.
Z-Day. For those of you that don't know what Z-Day is, it is a little family tradition. I started with my daughter and I, and we do the day before your birthday is kind of a celebration. It's a Z-Day. It's the last day of me being, we'll say 72 here. Last day of 72. We're going to roll in on 73 tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. So thank you for coming to this. Happy early birthday. Connor, you could just wish me happy Z-Day, because this is a celebration, my friend, and I get to do one of my absolute favorite things. Let's play a game with all you guys. So let's hop over here to the board setup here of this, and yeah, let's talk about what we're doing. So in Patchwork Doodle, we're going to start by getting 4 of these sort of orange cards. Sorry, I have no better way to do this than just sort of put it over the cards that are already there. But these are going to be our starting cards, and you're going to pick one of them. If you were to buy this game and play it at your house, that's not really how it's played. You'd all get dealt one, and you just have to play the dealt one you got. So replicate that a little bit. I'm going to lay out 4. You choose any one you want, and you get to put it down anywhere you want on your board. So this is going to be my board. I got to just pop one of those anywhere I want. No special spot. The entire shape obviously has to be in your grid there. And from there, we're going to begin. So, okay, I'm just going to put these to the side for a sec. I'll bring them back in case some of you already started drawing one of those. We'll make sure we use the same starting cards. All right, so but in the normal flow of play, we got these cards here. We got this little dude here. I don't really know what he has to do with a patchwork quilt there, but there's our little quilter, if we will. And I'm going to roll this dice, or die. And however many it tells me to move, I'm going to move that guy. He starts the game or round off the cards, but the rest of the round he's going to remain on the cards. So I go 2 cards. 1, 2. That means we're playing this shape somewhere on our grid. It does not have to connect to your first place piece. It never does. It doesn't have to connect to the other pieces. But you are, like goal-wise here, trying to build the biggest blob, the biggest filled-in blob. So arguably you're going to probably want to connect it. But I'll be honest, I haven't really played this game much, so we'll see if you want to connect them or not connect them. I don't know. But in my head, it makes sense that you'd want to sort of build this large blob. And if I was to sort of bop over here, I'm going to explain scoring. Well, I guess to not move too fast. We would do that card, I'd remove that card, and we'd roll again, and we'd move as many spaces. We draw that card. When there are 2 left, and we don't know which 2 it's going to be because we're at the mercy of that die. When there's 2 left, we start a new round, and we do the in-game scoring of that particular round, which I'm going to teach you in a second. And then the 2 remaining cards, let's just say it's these 2. Let's say these 2 are the ones we had left over. I'd put him in front of those 2 cards, and we'd lay out 6 new ones. And so at the beginning of the next round, that's what's immediately in front of him, but he still might not land on those because the die is 1, 2, or 3. So no guarantee that we get that card. So let's hop over to scoring here and see my sheet here. Sorry, it's sort of orientated wrong on my iPad for you guys, but it really makes no difference for the game. But if I show you here how scoring works. So I'm just going to quickly draw this and pretend I had done this throughout the game here. Let's say I had shaded in those 3, these 3, these 3. Let's say it's, no, I'd want it to be, and I have like some pieces like that. All right, so I had made that blob in the game. And
nice
so
job.
to kind of draw it, I'll draw it with the black outline here so it makes it a little easier to see here on the internet. So that's what I've done so far in round 1. How scoring works is I find the biggest square that I can find. So for me, the biggest square I can find is a 3x3 square. So it doesn't really matter in this instance where I put that 3x3 square, but there's my 3x3. And we just times that. So 3x3 is 9. So I have 9 points. But then if I'm able to get some extras here, you're going to choose the longest extra. So in this case, I have 2 sets of extra. That doesn't matter really. But you're going to count going on with that rectangle. 1 point for each sort of column or row, I guess, that would expand on. So in this case, I am scoring the 9 points plus 2 more points because there was 2 more. So if in a future round I can get more of these, it'd be more points. If I could get it right there, now it's a 4x4. So the next scoring round, that would even be better. And I would score 16 for that. And then in that case, though, if literally this is how mine ended that round, I wouldn't score any additional points because there isn't another sort of 4 high situation. Oh, actually, that is true. That is true, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Again, the scoring's a little tricky, but not really once you sort of stop to think about it. The other thing, and again, I'm sorry, mine is like rotated wrong and I can't seem to make it right on the screen for you, but these are 4 power-ups you can use in the game. So let's just talk about what the 4 power-ups are. This particular one is you can use not the card that our little quilt maker landed on. You could use one of the cards next to it. It's not going to make that card disappear. That's just a special that you get to use. If you really wanted one of those others, you'd use it and you'd fill this in because you're only allowed to use this 1 time per game. This one is another sort of weird, tricky one. You get to make 1 single cut. All right, 1 single cut. And so let's just draw here. Let's say my shape was supposed to be that like typical Tetris shape, that little L shape. And I wish that it wasn't that L shape. I could sort of cut a piece off. And so let's say I cut here. Now I get to use just like the 3 straight if I wanted, right? What you can't do is have it not, you can't cut multiple spaces. So let's say I had a shape that's a little more complex. Let's say I had this shape. All right. I can't cut it. I can cut it actually lots of different ways, but you can't end up with, I gotta look through here. You can't end up with multiple, how was that worded? Now I'm blanking.
You can't, well, you're not going to be able to place like multiple pieces anyway, so you can't like cut down that line and then place those 2 little single squares. Is that what I think
the
that's
thing
what
is,
the
it's
problem.
got to be exactly 2 pieces, but my brain in right now can't come up with an example in which you don't get 2 pieces.
Yeah.
But, oh well, I guess this is the point. If I cut along here, if I cut along here, I would end up with this 3, this 1, and this 1. You could not do that. So, and my understanding is when you make the cut, you go like forever and a day. So this is an example of where you couldn't cut it the way I just showed you because you would make 3 pieces. So you can't make a surgical cut. I can't say I'm just cutting that square. You keep pretending to cut along that axis of that shape And if there were other things that would make a 3-piece shape, you're not allowed to cut it. That's what that is. Man, have I made a mess on this board. We're not even going to try to erase that. We're just going to like move on to another board. All right, but going on with our others. So that's this one, and you'd put an X because you're only allowed to use it once. This is literally just fill in a single square. So maybe I want that for that 16 points when I had that 3x3 grid and all those other things. I could have thrown down a 1 and made a bigger square, right? 16. And then lastly, this one is really simple. It just allows you to use one of the other ones again. So it's just saying like a 2-time. So I could cross this off and say I'm placing another 1. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, but you're allowed to use one of the others again. That's what that is. And at the end of the game, we score, but you get minus points for empty squares on your board. That's what that is. And that's it. Are any questions, people out there? I see we got some people watching, and I flew through that. Hopefully that made sense to you all. I'm going to clear my board here, so to speak. All right, no questions? Then we are moving on, peeps. I'm going to lay the cards, our start cards that we had, for those of you that did it already. There's our start cards. Fill one of those shapes in on your board. It does suggest that you should sort of switch colors so you can kind of see what each piece was laid throughout the game, or if you have a single color, shade in like different shapes. It says you're making a quilt, right? That's the theme. All right, so what am I gonna go with? I like that. No, I don't like that. I don't like any of those, Jason.
I don't either. I went with the most symmetrical looking one though, so we're gonna see if that helps at all. I have no idea. I've never played this, so.
Again, you guys can rotate these. If I didn't say it, you have that ability. Holy cow, that is a weird piece. All right, let me know when you guys are all set, so it doesn't matter where the first piece is placed. Nope, this does not have a crisscross function that I messed up. For those of you that don't know about that, I messed up the crisscross rules. I know, right?
You did?
Jason,
I have never experienced you messing up rules before.
Jason, crisscross. If you can picture it on the like,
there's
like a special box in the corner that's got like extra highlights to it. That box, you just choose a single graphic to it doesn't matter. You choose anyone you want to put in that spot. Then we begin. That's why you would be able to fill up your board perfectly, or else you'll always end up with at least one empty square.
Right. Yeah. Oops. Well.
Connor says he's ready. So I'm gonna just go with Connor because no one else told me if they're ready or not. And guys, we need that. We need a little feedback from you if we're happening or not happening. So let's move on. Gonna roll the die here.
Woo. Let's do it.
We got this. We can do this. It's a 3. Boom, boom, boom. So we're right there. We're making that little S shape there. Again,
a little Tetris.
You can rotate.
Tetris.
That fit nice with my starting piece.
It did. It fit nice with mine too. I'm very happy.
Piece. I know we did. Wait.
You did. Yeah, I bet we did. On the same wavelength there. Okay. Ooh. Switch colors again.
So this card gets kicked out. She's done. Now, Allie says ready. Angie says ready. Kyle already regrets his starting choice. I love it. Here we go. Another 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my.
That one might fit. What is that? 2, 2 with the middle piece.
2. Yeah, a little 5 with a little nub in the middle. I could do that. Sort of.
Yeah, it's not the coolest for me, but
I actually found an okay spot for it. Yeah, it's gonna work out.
Mine was Not a random spot, but nothing fancy. So this gets kicked out.
Ooh, that was nice. I enjoyed that. Okay.
All right, Connor gives me the ready. I'm saying we do it.
Let's do it. We're ready
2.
then. Okay.
This little guy.
Oh. Hello, little friend.
I'm happy with that.
I mean, I got a spot for it, so should be fine.
What's your biggest square? I mean, we already kicked out 3 cards. There's only 3 more cards. We're halfway done with round.
Guess I'm going here. Okay. Sure. I don't know.
I'm going to assume they were able to place that.
That was a pretty straightforward one. I think we're all set.
1. I feel like I need that 1 later in the game. Right now, this is like, meh.
Yeah, not as useful as I'd like it to be, really.
I guess I could look at what are future potential pieces that I will be placing. I could play.
That's true.
I could play that smart game. This is the level I don't often operate on the live stream. I don't think.
No.
I don't think
Yeah, this is tough. I don't. Well, I think it's a little too much thinking for me.
I will put it here, and I'm gonna hope we get exactly that piece. Because that always works out, right, Kyle? When you when you hinge an entire strategy on a random die roll. I chose poorly. 3, 1, 2, 3.
What is that?
That is not the piece I needed to come up. I'm just going to tell you.
Nope. Nope. I mean, I have a spot for it, but let's go. Okay.
See, now I just created a spot where that single piece would be nice. So this gets kicked out, people. I'm hoping you're okay with that. We have 1 more patchwork doodle to make for this round.
I have a good place for anything, so that's going well. Okay.
Kyle says, I did that last night playing Castles of Burgundy against Allie. It was a great bet. He even got what he wanted. Still lost.
Yeah, that happens.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
That was not the piece I wanted.
Well, I have a spot for it, though. The little stairway to heaven here. Okay.
I'll go with green. So that's 3 by 3 with an extra dot. Okie doke.
Oh.
That gets kicked off. We slide these two him there. I fill in. I just want to make sure these are all on camera. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's in between.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now we score. Here's my monstrosity.
Oh my.
So I think I have a. What do I have? 3 by 3 is my best.
Yeah.
With a bonus 2 points.
Yes.
I think that's right here for people that want to see that. I'm just gonna circle it, and then I'll just erase that. So 3 by 3, 2 more. So 9, 10, 11. Undo that little piece. So I'm at 11 points for round 1. Now I want to hear your guys. What do we got? What do we have? Ah, beautiful. Angie says, I don't think that's beautiful at all. 15 points, Kyle. Get out my face. Hyper praise. 4 by 4. Woohoo! Did you have any extras, though? Did you have any extras? That's the question.
All the extra rows and columns both count, right? So if you got some extras on like the right and then some on top too, they would all count as extras?
I don't
Am I
think
wrong
the
on
book.
that?
I don't think the book says that. Like the example they give, you'd have to choose, but that's because they're literally different sizes. You're saying it's like 3 by 3 and it goes up that size and like to the left that size.
Yeah, so then I've got three extra rows, but then I've got one extra column, or am I wrong on that? It's just the most you have in one direction?
I'm just seeing here. The biggest square, and then every
Yeah,
additional
'cause it's got to be
row or column, and that's bolded.
or column in the rectangle. I see it now, yeah. Okay, got it. I've got
So one direction.
12. Yeah, because you got to make a rectangle, so that makes sense.
All right, so we got, let's see. It is all downhill from here. One extra from Hyperpraise. Out comes the rulebook. That's right. Hey, I had it actually at like fingertips here. I'm not making that mistake again. Help. How do you get the extras? All right, let me show you on mine here. So I have this 3 by 3. That scored me 9 points. Then I look going up from there, like Jason said, we're going to make like a rectangle. And going up, I don't have a rectangle there, so that I didn't go that way. I got 2 extra points because I went this way. There's 2 more that would extend by that 3. It's just not 3 by 3, right? But it is 3. So it made that rectangle. I got the 9 points for the original 3 by 3, and then 2 extra points for the 2 more 3 size piece. So no more multiplication at that point. It's just addition. Make sense?
Yeah.
We ready to do round 2? Oh, I didn't use any specials. I didn't even think.
I didn't either. I felt like they might be better towards the end, but maybe I'll be wrong on that. We'll find out, I guess.
Angie's got 16.
I have 12.
Allie's given us a fair warning that Tetra-style games are Kyle's wheelhouse.
Ooh.
2 points. Or 1, 2. So we got that nice straight 4. I don't think I need that in my... Ooh, I could cut it and it would be perfect for me.
Well.
Do I use that cut now? No. No, I don't. 4 straight is easy.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I can handle that.
I took a risk. It feels. I'm nervous, Jason. I'm nervous.
Yeah, I got some specifics that I kind of need now, so.
All right.
That works.
So this gets kicked out. 1. Was that a 3? And then two little jabber.
Yeah.
I'll go here.
Oof. Okay.
People, I'm
Pretty good
nervous.
for that. A 2 and then a 3. Yeah, I got that right. Okay. Woof.
Carol says, too late to play, but I wanted to check out the game. Seems like Tetris or Second Chance a bit. It's got a little bit of that feel. There's a little different twist, though, that I don't know right now. I'm reserving judgment on which one I like better. One. So like giant L.
Oof. That was not... I don't know about anybody else, but that was not the time.
I'm fine with it.
Ugh.
I'm really fine with it now that I see.
I might be using my cut here, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I really, yeah, I think I'm using it.
You're using your cut? You crazy man.
I, I, I am just, I'm very crazy. I really am. I'm using it.
We ready to go? I don't want to.
Ready to rock here.
All right, here we go. Another one. Not gonna lie, that is the piece I needed.
I don't know if that's the piece I needed, which is probably indicative of a larger problem.
I am gonna use the special power up.
Ooh.
I'm using my fill one square in.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need that one at some point.
Well, that point is now for me. 2 more cards in this round. Again, not saying yet which one I like better, but I think I might like this one better than Second Chance because I like the idea that you kind of see what might come. And then like, do you play to that or not?
That's fair.
3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not what needed for me.
Oh, okay.
4? Yeah.
That is not really what I was looking for, I guess, but I don't even know where I'm putting that. Where am I putting that?
Allie asked, fill in one? That is one of the power-ups. The one that's just a black square with the number 1 in it. It just means you can fill in a square wherever you want. So I had like a little hole in my patch, and I was just able to... let's see. I don't know about this, Jason. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I made the right decision there, but yikes.
No, I'm gonna take that back. All right, I did it. So that gets kicked off. Okay. 1 more card until the end of this round.
I'm rooting for a little something in particular here. I'm not going to lie.
Allie's got a question that needs to take a peek at the rulebook. I'll check for you. She's asking if the 1 is 1 addition, like to the shape you're drawing, or is it 1 anywhere you want?
Oh.
It says in the rulebook, shade a single space on your drawing board. Anywhere you want, Allie. Anywhere you want. Super powerful, and I've already used it. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Of all the shapes, that is not the one.
Oh boy. Yep, I'm gonna. I might have to use an alternate shape one, the one to the left or the right.
Oh, I forgot about that little tasty treat.
Yes, isn't that nice? If there was some specific you're looking for, you can kind of get to whatever you want here, right?
You could. I am going to use that one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're such
I am always here to help. Ugh.
Yeah. It's still not perfect.
I'm still not happy. But
all right.
Let's see.
I've done it. That gets kicked off.
Okay.
I'm gonna move these up here. 1, 3, 4. Is that still in frame? Sure is. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So that's the next round. But now we're going to take that biggest square you got, and then you count up those extras, either row or column, your choice. Ouch.
Ooh, that's a good round for me.
Oh, I don't like the Jason Strange. Ooh.
I don't know. I don't even know what a good score is though, really. I got 29. That seems pretty good.
Oh, good for you, buddy.
What'd you get?
More than 29.
Oh. I'm losing.
Let's see what we got here. Allie says, is that instead of placing or addition to? Allie, sorry, it took me a while to get back to you on that. It is in addition to. All like that is just, you get to do an extra piece. But you can still play a card that land on. Yep, you still can. Yep. Joe, you say you have 25. 25 in that round, 25 total. What are we talking about, Joe? Kyle, 29. That's like Jason. He got 29.
It was just in the round. I mean, I hope we know that, right? Like, that's not total.
So does that include the previous square? Nope. Each round, you're just taking the largest square, and it could overlap the one. Yep, you could be using the same set of information. But no, you're not adding them up yet. That's at the end of the game. Connor says 16 for him, 36 for his aunt. I don't know what happened to his mom. Hopefully she's still doing all right.
Ooh, 36. Got to that 6x6. That was the tough one. I couldn't quite get there.
Kyle played with your heart a little bit. He said you had 20. He had 29 to join you. And then he's like, oops, sorry, 36.
Well,
Joe says 25 for the round. Solid round. Connor for the round. Hyper praise. Okay, so that round 36. I have to tell you, I got 36 as well. So, but if everybody remembers, I also scored the lowest in round 1. So still gonna lose. Don't worry. Still gonna happen. Still gonna achieve that. All right, we ready to move into round 3?
Here we go.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. You hopped on. I dig it. All right. That's fantastic. Good to see you. Good to have you on. So Connor's mom's like in the chat room as another person. I dig.
Great.
Here we go. Gets 3. 1, 2, 3. Who's
got room for that? Come on.
Did I use my scissors? I might do the scissors on this one.
So this is, we had something kind of like that. Okay, I think I can do this. I have a spot.
It's like
that one.
Followed by another that. Nope, that can't fit there. Yeah, I'm using my scissors, people.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I mean, there's a little bit of shame in it, but it's okay.
You did not have to say that. You really didn't.
I'm already deciding which of these things I'm going to use a second time, whether it's going to be the scissors or the single square. I'm not sure.
I kind of like that. I think that's kind of a cool little...
I dig it, yeah.
2. Click, click. Ooh, a little...
Oh, yeah.
Great.
That's what I'm talking about.
What color would I want? Black on that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know which one I'm using. I am for sure using the fill in a single dot. Not in this moment, but that will be the thing I use. Sorry, it looks like we got my question too. Thanks for throwing my Atmos Matera. It helps me see that right away. So you're saying Angie's. If I add it to the first square, is that the first square included? What? If I add it to the first square so that the first square is included? I guess I don't know what that means.
So basically, I think that maybe the easiest way to explain is that every round, it's like your board is completely fresh. You're just looking for the biggest square. It doesn't matter if that was part of your original round 1 square, your original or your round 2 square. It doesn't really matter. They could be the same thing. And then you're trying to extend that into as long of a rectangle as you can for those additional single points that get added on.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Like, I know when in my example I drew the square, but that was just visually for you guys to see it. Like, you're not actually like fencing off an area. Yes to that. And second part was, what happens if you can't play the piece? You're never required. If you remember that rule, I did sort of breeze over that. You're never required to place the piece, but I said you're going to want to place as many as you can because you're getting minus points for every empty space you have. So you want to try to fill that board up.
Mm-hmm.
I love these questions that roll in as we play because it means they're starting to feel like the noose tighten. The game's getting harder and harder. That board's filling up. 2, 1, 2. I needed that little guy. That little guy's nice.
Oh yeah. I'm just not quite sure where to put him. This is where it's kind of nice to know what we have coming up here.
It's
right?
more strategic there.
Absolutely.
Then I think it's just as approachable as Second Chance, but a little more strategic.
I'm with you there. Absolutely with you there. Man. Okay.
I need this one though, everybody. This one needs to happen. Not enough that I'm going to like use the card next to me thing. I'm just gonna hope to roll a 1.
That seems fair.
That's it. Totally good strat.
I would take the 1 for the record. That's fine. I'm okay with this.
Do you remember back when we got the single one, and we were just like, I don't care where I throw it. Like now would be so nice if we got that in this round.
I have a very specific spot where I'd like it now. Yes, please.
2. Skipped over the one I said I need. Okay. I see this game doesn't love me.
Don't. Yeah, I mean, I got a spot. I'm just not sure what this is going to do here. I think I got it, though.
Can you hear the pain? I'm trying to decide if I should use one of the ones next to it. But then I think I'm almost out of the game. I don't think I can place any other pieces if I do.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, I'm going to go here and hope for the best. My brain can't think of it anymore. All right. Three, 1, 2, 3. Not the one I want.
That one will work.
That'll work for you?
Well, I'm going to have to use the cut, but that'll make it easy to figure out what I'm using the last time.
I'm going to use my ×2 on this.
Yep, me too.
It's going to break my heart, though, if that ends up naturally coming up.
Well, I can't play the last piece, so that's okay.
This is a good thing to point out. The rulebook, I don't know why it made such a big deal about this, but it does insist that you use the power-ups before you end the game. So, like, for example, if Jason's saying he can't place any of those, he can't, like, the game can't be over and he says, I'm going to use my, like, fill in 1 square somewhere. For whatever reason, you need to decide that before the game's over. So
I used all my powers too, so not a problem. That's an interesting distinction.
Yeah, I don't know why it made such a big deal, but it did. So here's the roll here. 2, 1, 2. I think I saw somebody said they need that. So these 2 just go away. Well, I shouldn't say that because some of you might do what I did and play one of them. But I can't place that. So my game's over. And now we just do the largest square we can, guys. And for me, that's...
Well, I got a pretty big last square, so we'll see if that is enough. Oh, wait. Got to add my single extra row.
Ooh, I didn't have an extra.
I did.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe that means you had a smaller, bigger square than me. No?
No.
Darn it.
Did you get all 9?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
so then you didn't have to make.
Lost. So then you have to count up all your empty spots and minus that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're adding up the 3 rounds, subtracting those empty squares. Okay.
Yep.
What'd you get that?
I'm gonna go to this view. Well, I got less than you. You got 9 by 9.
No, I got 8. But I said if you had 9 by 9, that's the only way you had bigger than me. I got an 8 though.
Oh.
Plus an extra. Oh.
I got. Well, if I had a 1, if I could have put a 1 down in this little spot, I would have had what you had, but I didn't. So I had an 8 by 8, so I had 64, and so you got 65.
Yeah. I got 65. Yeah.
Hyper Praise got 65.
I don't think I beat you then, because I think you got me too good in that second round.
Yeah, you can see my board. I'll show it. So what? I mean, Angie got 100 points, and I gotta go. All right. So here's mine. I ended up with 107 points. I couldn't hear you there, Jason. I don't know what happened.
Oh, sorry. Did I bounce back in now?
Yeah, you're in.
Ah, there we go.
So
wow, it's a fantastic board. It's pretty too.
It's pretty, but does it beat 100? Does 107 beat you?
It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I've got to do my math, but I only had 1 more point than you the last round, so let's.
I only had 4 blank spots. So Carol, if you're still watching, I got 11 points the first round, 36 points the second round, 64 the last round, and then minus 4 points for a total of 107.
Yeah, 101 for me.
101. Hyper Praise got 117. Joe got 78. I still think that's not bad for the first time. 31. Yeah. 114. Your aunt just crushing it. I love it. I love that score. Allie got 79. Did Kyle weigh in? Kyle, 109. You just beat me there, Kyle. Grr. So down below, we have the ability for you guys to fill in your scores. I think we should do that, especially seeing that this game hasn't been played. I hope that's all set up. I didn't check before this. Last time I had to do that on the fly here. Enter your score on the leaderboard. Let's see. Let's see if it's there. Choose.
Patchwork. It's one of the options.
It is one of the options. It all works. I'm gonna put my name in there. Michael Matera. What did I say? I got 107.
It's a good score.
Submit. All right. So everyone, thanks so much for playing Patchwork Doodle on my Z Day. That was awesome. I'm curious what you guys think, because I know a lot of the people in here have played Second Chance. So I'm curious. What did you guys think? What did you guys think? Jason, what did you think?
This one, I think just comparing to those similar games, this one might be my favorite. I really think it is.
Yeah?
The entry point is super accessible. I like the fact that, though, like, I feel like I could play this one with my son Finn, and he's only 5. Like, he can draw some shapes in there and figure out where they fit. He wouldn't do very well, but like he could do it, you know. And like, but then there's that higher level where you still see what's available, and you know, I liked it. I liked it. Plus, there's some nice math going on there. So,
as a math teacher, you gotta dig it. I like it.
It's fun.
Let's see some of the other people. Kyle says it's a step up from Second Chance. I totally agree. Everybody likes it. Allie, his wife, says Tetris games is his thing. He always loses. She always loses on those. Joe offering a happy Z-Day. Thank you very much. It is hard because it's the first time playing. Oh, Kyle's son's Finn as well. Look at that.
Oh, well, you got a Finn with 1 end. I've got a Finn with 2 ends. So at least there's a little difference there.
We'll be able to tell them apart. I dig it. I love it because I understand it. Laugh out loud, Joe. Nice. That is nice too. I like that when a game's approachable, and I think Second Chance does a really good job of that. Patchwork Doodle, I think, does a really good chance. Just that scoring is a little tricky on this. But I do like Jason was saying, that you can kind of see ahead, and that makes it a little more strategic. Second chance is a little more push your luck. You know, you're like, I just hope that card gets flipped up, and like, and which is fun. You have that tense moment of like, is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Oh, it didn't come up. Where this has that a little bit, because you can see like, I need to roll a 2. I hope that 2 comes up. So you have that, but you also have the strategy of seeing it. Connor says it's awesome. Kyle, hey, if I can figure out Castles of Burgundy and Welcome to Dino World, I got this. So true. I have Dino World excited to show you guys on the live stream, but that one is probably the most complicated game. It's not that bad if people just sort of think it through, but it is our largest for sure. No problem. Thanks for coming, Hyperpraise. We are going to wrap up here. So thanks everyone for coming to another Let's Play Global Game Club. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully some more students will bounce in. Today we didn't have the students. But we had you guys, and it was a lot of fun. Really appreciate it. Thanks everybody. Take care.